Welcome back, my fellow mobile gamers of YouTube. My name is NimbleThor, and today I'm gonna be sharing my 3 mobile gaming recommendations of the week. So if you like this type of content, then be sure to subscribe and have a look around this channel for much more mobile gaming goodness. Now, the games this week include a very unique cyberpunk-themed arcade game, a cute new adventure platforming game, and lastly, a story-driven MMORPG with a JRPG combat system. These are all games that I really enjoyed playing this week, so I hope you will as well. And let's just get started with the first one of this week, Magatsu Wahrheit, which is a high-quality JRPG with MMORPG gameplay elements, a 3D semi-open world, and an interesting combination of different gameplay mechanics for fans of story-based single and multiplayer RPG experiences. Now, from within the game's main city, which is multiplayer by the way, so you can walk around and you can see other people, which is really freaking cool, we can freely visit various NPCs to buy or upgrade our equipment, or even launch directly into quests and missions either alone or with a party of other players. The world is actually fully 3D, but once we enter into combat, we're loaded into a combat scene where we cannot move our characters and we simply trigger abilities to attack the enemies, or of course buff or heal our party members. In my opinion, the slow-paced combat can at times feel somewhat dull, but the many events, the interesting world exploration, and the deep character customization through gear and a skill tree helps make up for that, to a certain extent at least. Although the English translation isn't quite perfect, the game's lengthy and in-depth story has an almost visual novel feel to it. It's an interesting and well-written story, but if you don't care for it, the long cutscenes might just end up frustrating you, although you can of course just skip them. Magatsu Wahrheit monetizes through a premium currency gacha mechanic for equipment and weapons, and although the game is decently generous with providing free premium currency, more of it can of course be bought through in-app purchases. It is a somewhat grindy game, but there is no strict need to actually spend money on the in-app purchases to enjoy the game. It requires online access, it takes up 3.8 GB of space, and if you're into these story-based JRPGs, this is a really fun one that's definitely worth checking out. The next game is Hyperforma, and this is a cyberpunk-themed, one-of-a-kind arcade puzzle game, both in terms of gameplay, visual style, and its mysterious story that we unravel by playing through the game's 7 chapters. Our objective in this game is to hack an ancient computer network in cyberspace by attacking its core with our character. The core is surrounded by a 3-dimensional shell of blocks that we first have to break through so we can get to the core. And to do so, we rotate the shell of blocks to find weak spots and then tap the screen to launch our character towards the block. Now, depending on how quickly we solve the level and how many blocks we destroy along the way, we can receive up to 3 keys used to unlock new levels. These futuristic sci-fi backgrounds, the colorful ambient, and the visual effects just look stellar, and the music and the sound effects come together to create a truly immersive atmosphere. Although we do unlock new skills as we progress, such as the ability to clone ourselves for example, the core gameplay never really changes, which makes it slightly repetitive. Thankfully though, just like with Magatsu before, the intriguing story and the interesting universe help make up for that. The free version of Hyperforma monetizes through advertisements between levels, and then a $4.99 in-app purchase that unlock all 7 chapters, removes the ads, provides double XP, and lets us change the game difficulty. But interestingly, we can also unlock new chapters by acquiring every key from previous levels, with the option to watch ads to receive the keys from the levels where we haven't already gained 3 keys in. The game can be played offline, takes up 429 MB of space, and since the first chapter is free, there's really no cost to diving into this game, so I think it's worth checking out for any puzzle fan. And then for the by far most humoristic game this week, Dadish II, which is a platform adventure game about a radish dad, and hold on now, on a mission to save his, you guessed it, radish kids, who got scattered across the game's 50 levels after they got lost on their way to a Bring Your Kids to Work day, obviously, right? Using the left side of the screen to walk in either direction and the right side to jump, we make our way through obstacles, traps, and bosses to get to our kids at the end of the level, while also trying to collect a hidden star in each level. In many ways, Dadish II is the essence of a good indie platformer experience, with fun characters, pleasing pixel art, controller support, secrets to discover, and challenging level designs. The game monetizes very simply through advertisements that are shown when we die from time to time, and then with a single $2.99 in-app purchase to remove these advertisements. It can be played offline, takes up only 100 110 megabytes of space, and I can wholeheartedly recommend both this game and its predecessor if you haven't played them yet. That was it for today, so be sure to leave a like on your way out. Let me know which game I should cover next in the comment section down below, and until next time, just keep gaming, stay awesome, and I'll see you guys around. And I can wholeheartedly our objective in this game is to hack Harry Potter.